the channel, make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already done so. Subscribing is a really good way for y'all to get back. It helps us out. It doesn't cost you anything, but it certainly helps the channel out a lot. It helps the algorithm. And also commenting down below. Just putting up there, I mean, just guys, simple thank yous or FUs or whatever it is that you want to put, they help. So I appreciate them. All right, so let's talk about, do you need a weapon light for your church security? Should your church security team have weapon lights on all their guns? So in order to jump into that, let's first talk about the use of weapon lights. So weapon lights don't alleviate you of your need to carry a flashlight, right? You still need to have a good quality flashlight on you because you're going to use this a lot more than your weapon light. The simple fact is, though, that going through a house or a building with a weapon light is far superior to holding up a flashlight and trying to do, like, you know, your different techniques, whether you're surefire or Harriman or whatever, temple index or your FBI technique, whatever technique you want to do. By the way, the FBI technique is stupid, and it's not actually what the FBI uses. So we won't go into that, I guess. But the simple fact is that using a weapon light going through a building is far superior to hit this button and then all of a sudden I can go through and I can search and I've got hands free to be able to open doors, right, and be able to pick up a child or whatever it is. That is far superior than holding a light. So the reason that we don't do it on a daily carry gun, right, so this is my daily carry gun, and the reason that we don't do it on a daily carry gun is because my daily carry gun is appendix carried and it's too big and it's uncomfortable to have this flashlight digging into my groin. So I don't carry one on my daily carry. I have one for this. I have a Streamlight TLR1 HL and I can put that on a tack rig or a belt holster or whatever. So if I'm carrying it outside the waistband, yeah, sure, I would put that on. And that's the thing that we run into with church security. How are we having our guys carry? Well, they should be carrying concealed, but they don't need to be carrying concealed appendix carry or whatever. They can carry on a hip holster and put their suit jacket or vest or whatever. We're at church. We dress up a little bit. You're not being asked to wear it all day. You're being asked to wear it for 2 hours while you're there. So we, at that point in time, we can say, okay, let's go. We've negated that issue of having the flashlight on there being too big. Okay, so let's put this on a belt holster. Okay, why wouldn't we put a flashlight on there? So let's think about the threats that we're going to deal with at church, right? So mostly the church security is kind of glorified bouncers, right? They might take care of somebody that's, you know, got some mental problems or whatever, coming in there to cause some problems, or a husband that's mad that he can't see his kids or whatever, ex-husband, something along those lines. That's the general, it's a general purpose of them. But the most dangerous threat, the most dangerous course of action is the active shooter. Active shooter, right? We see issues where lights are getting turned off. We just know that there's certain areas that, you know, maybe you don't know where the light switch is and you got to be able to search that room, or you don't want to turn on the light switch because you need to be able to get through it fast. Having a light on your gun makes those things far superior. Makes it far superior to have a light to be able to grab somebody. And also, that light is a weapon in and of itself, right? So you can't see if I blind you with that. And that's why I get so frustrated when people say, well, don't put a light on your gun because they'll shoot the light out. You're stupid if you think that. Good luck. Let's get an airsoft gun, right? And I'm going to aim this light right at your eyes and I want you to try to shoot the light out. You won't even be able to hit me. The only way you'll be able to do it is if it's over here at the side. And even this, my gun is 2.5 feet out in front of me then, right? So that's, you know, shoot at the light then. I don't care if you shoot at the light that's 2.5 feet in front of me. So from a side view it doesn't work, and then from a front view it certainly doesn't work. So it's a dumb argument when people say they'll shoot at the light. Same reason when people talk about the different techniques, right, for actually holding your lights, and they want to say, well, use the FBI techniques, and then they shoot at the light up there. It's retarded. Those are ridiculous arguments from people that have never cleared houses. Okay. I also hear the same thing when people are like, you know, real bad in competition like this. They say, well, you need to turn off the light between different shooting positions. It's like, okay, how are you seeing to get to that next shooting position then? So now you got to stop, turn off your light to turn on your flashlight. Yeah, you can't see to get there. And then they say, okay, well, you know where the next shooting position is. Well, I don't know where the next shooting position is in real life because I don't know where all the bad guys are because you made me turn off my fucking light. So it's stupid. So there's tactics and techniques for moving through houses, but this whole idea that you have to turn off the light every second so that nobody can identify where you're at, you can't make positive identification on your targets then, guys. So it sucks that you're the target, but that's the reality of carrying a gun. So deal with it. Anyways, so as far as weapon lights on there, we've established that there's huge advantages to having weapon lights. The disadvantages is again the bulk and the cost of them. So do I think that it should be mandatory for your team? No, but I think it should be encouraged. I think you should encourage your team to get set up with weapon lights. I think everybody ideally would have a weapon light. If your church is a big enough church that can afford it, buy them all weapon lights. It's not that expensive to buy everybody a Surefire TLR one. It's just not that costly, right? They're $130 each, and you've got probably, for a decent, decent sized church, you've got what, 10, 15 guys on there. Okay, so it costs you $1,500, $2,000 to get everybody set up with a good weapon light. A lot of those people can pay for it themselves. Some of them can't. So you're not even paying for everybody. You're just paying for the ones that can't afford it. And so it's just not that costly of a thing, and it's certainly beneficial during an engagement. Being able to turn on a light, being able to blind somebody so that they can't see to fire towards you, being able to actually see and make positive identification, right? This is an issue that we run into. You have to make positive identification. This is where people get killed that shouldn't be killed because they didn't make positive identification. This is where the son gets blasted by the father because he was scared and shot his son sneaking into the house thinking it was a robber because his son was sneaking back from seeing his girlfriend. We always 100% of the time, without exception, without fail, you make positive identification before you pull that trigger. That is not a debatable subject. Anybody that wants to debate that is flat out wrong. You should never take a class from them. So we always make positive identification. The only way to do that in dark areas is with a light. So you're either holding a flashlight or using a weapon-mounted light. Use the weapon-mounted light. They're far superior to a flashlight. You're not limited to your carryability when you're in church because you can put it on a hip holster. And if your church security plan should have overt and covert security, right? So people that everybody can see that are armed, and then people that nobody can see that are armed. Whichever one it is, you can wear a weapon light on there because you can wear a vest, a suit coat, whatever church you're at, right? My church, we have people from jeans to suits for all of church. So it's very easy for me to just throw on a button-down shirt and a vest over the top of it, right? Summer or winter, I can do that and make that work. So I want to encourage you guys to actually upgrade your firearms, consider weapon lights, consider optics, right? Now, optics are not for everybody, but optics are certainly advantageous, and it's something that you should consider. Guys, I really appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We will catch y'all next time.